Hello everyone. Today is day 18 of the 21 days to embracing my own heart. And this actually was a request about, and I think it's a good way. We we're afraid for our heart. We don't want to break our heart again by going back into the memories and emotions that have caused us I'm going to back up here a little bit to make it better. The memories and emotions that have caused us some pain and suffering before, we get afraid to do that, understandably, because it's like, God, I lived through it once and I don't want to go through that again. And this is the very pragmatic part of that. Yes, we have been through it once and it's still in us anyway. So that energy is in us. Hey, Dawn, that energy is still in us anyway. That doesn't mean that it's like, oh, right, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. So the place we'd want to start with this is, I'm just afraid. I'm afraid to go back to this. And that is the perfect place to start. So let's tap, karate chop. Even though I am afraid to go down this rabbit hole, to revisit these memories, to feel this emotion again, I choose to honor I feel this way now. Even though I'm afraid to go back into those memories, relive those emotions. It doesn't feel safe. I choose to acknowledge I feel this way now. Even though when I feel emotions starting to surface, I start to feel afraid. I don't want to go back there. I choose to honor my truth right now. Go the eyebrow. I'm afraid to go back, to revisit those memories. I survived them once. I'm not so sure I'll survive them again. So I'd rather stay safely away from them. Give this some distance. Because I'm afraid I'll come unhinged if I go back into these emotions. That'll hurt me all over again. I'll break my own heart all over again. I already survived this. What's the point of going back again? And I might even know that it's stuck in my energy system and stuck in my body. I don't care. I will pass, thank you. And what if this part of me that's afraid to go back there, revisiting old wounds, what if this part of me just needs to be honored right now? Not forced, not pressed, not pushed into doing it. Just put your big girl pants on, your big boy pants on. Do it anyway. No. No, 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 no. And if anyone tells me that's what I should do, I want to empower myself to walk away from that suggestion. Because now it's in my time frame. My readiness factor. I get to choose now. I don't have to go back there. I don't have to revisit it. And letting myself off the hook that way, I think I might feel some relief. Because pushing and pushing myself has never worked. And unless I choose, unless I'm ready to go back there, it's no good. So right now I get to let myself off the hook and just honor this part of me that's so afraid to come unhinged. And as I honor and respect this part of me, I understand this is on my timeline now, in my way, and it's totally a way of honoring me. So take a breath. It's so funny. I love how this works. So I love animal videos. I love animals. It's I saw this video today. I often watch these. They pop up in my feed all the time because they obviously do the algorithms are like, oh, send her animal videos because she'll watch them all day long and twice on Sunday. But I saw this. It took this couple a year to rescue this dog that was dumped in their neighborhood. So this dog, beautiful dog, big dog, got dumped. And the couple was infinitely patient. And so they found the dog in the summer, and then they kept kind of nurturing it, and the dog was super skittish and super afraid, but it was kind of intrigued. It kind of had this sense these people are safe. And they were all the time building this safety factor with this dog. And then fall came, and then winter. And they, like late fall and winter, they didn't see the dog at all, but they kept calling the dog and kept trying to, they were like, where'd the dog go? It's snowing now, like what's gonna happen? But they didn't give up. And then spring broke, and they called the dog's name again, and the dog came out and came running. So the dog would run towards them and was so excited, but they still kept letting it be on the dog's timeline, in the dog's way. And eventually they let their dog out, and they instantly started to play. And then their dog walked back in their house, and this stray dog that got dumped, who had clearly been abused, like stood at the doorway, felt safer because the other dog went in like, well, that's just like me. So, like I know what goes on in the dog's head. I can go in there. But just one step, then another step, and very slowly started to sniff around that. They even left the door open. They didn't like lock the dog in. They left the door open so that the dog knew it could escape if it needed to. Then they show it going up the steps and checking out the rooms and all that. And then they show the progression. It was an entire year before they could actually get the dog in their house. And I say this, and we've had animals. We rescued a cat from our old neighborhood, and let's see, she's almost 10 now, 10 years ago. And it was the same thing. My daughter sat outside in front with our other cat and this cat. It was a kitten. She was a kitten. Minnie was a kitten. And she just sat there for like an hour if not longer, because our cat was getting Minnie used to this, the new cat. So, and all of a sudden my daughter goes, Mom, I knew I had one chance, and so I had to hold on to her tight. So when she felt, sat out there with both of them for a while, she all of a sudden grabbed the kitten, and put it in the rescue bin that we had, and then brought it inside. And then we let the cat out, and again, we had a year inside the house, just letting the kitten work its own way. We didn't push it, press it, we gave it food. I'll tell you kind of a funny story. I remember I was still in corporate, and I was on the phone with this very challenging buyer that I used to deal with, and I'm just watching Minnie, the kitten. She literally went to every corner of my office and crapped in every corner. And I'm just watching her, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'll clean that up later. And just let her do it. And then over time, she would start to come over and lay by my chair. And then she would lay on my lap. And then she used to before that, she would lay on the couch with Manny, our other cat. And then when Manny would, if I'd come down the steps, she'd jump off and run. And then early on when we had her home, she seemed to disappear for about 3 days, so much so that we're she must have gotten out. She must have gotten back out. We looked everywhere. Well, one day my husband and my daughter left, and all of a sudden she comes walking out of the laundry room. Tiny little kitten. So why I wanted to share that is, as human beings, we need to it's good to learn. I try to stay away from the exacting language. If I catch myself, I like to change it. It's the first place is to honor. I don't want to go there. That's terrifying. I don't want to relive this. That part of us needs to be honored. And that's all you have to do. Not, okay, well, now I've honored myself, so I'm going to push through anyway. Not at all. Is to think about cats and dogs, any animal that's been through something rough, and it takes time. And when we push ourselves in our personal development world, just put your big girl pants on or your big boy pants on, or, just do it. That whole make it happen culture, to me, it's never intended, I believe, but you can end up having someone that completely re-traumatizes themselves because they're doing it before they're ready. And this is the thing I always find. When you honor and meet yourself exactly where you're at, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm just not. I'm not ready to go there yet. And that's all you got to tap on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to go there. I'm not ready to experience that. I'm not ready to feel that. I'm not ready. And you honor that inner child, that child in you who never got honored or very seldom got honored. You're in fact reparenting that part of you. And then all of a sudden you'll know, I think I'm ready to face this. I think I'm ready to go down the rabbit hole. And then if you start to, and then you're like, I got to back off, that should be honored too. So that's the perfect place to start, is just meet yourself where you're at. No, I don't want to do it. It feels too scary. Yeah, I know it's in me anyway. I know it's better if I get it out, but I still don't want to do it. And in the honoring of that part of us, that's the progression. It's I have so many animal stories of my own animals where they were rescued, and I can tell you, they'd peek their head out, they'd go back in, they'd peek their head out, they'd go back in. But I never pushed, never pressed them, just let them. I have a fly that likes to hang out. They're just, when you let them in their own time frame, they come to you because you're building trust. So this is about learning to build trust with ourselves. So let's see who's here. John, Marcia, Dawn. Looks like there's about six people it says so far. That's about who I can tell is here. Happy to have you join us live, and thank you. And then thanks for the topic too. And we'll see you back here tomorrow with day 19. Bye for now.